So this is the second video that will teach you Linux fundamental, and the videos that I will be recording are for beginner level. You will start from zero ground until you go to higher level. So this is Linux for noobs, and this tutorial we're gonna be going and downloading the softwares that are necessary to use. So have over to your favorite web browser. So we have to download it called Ubuntu, and you can find it ubuntu.com. I'll be sharing the link down. So you go to Ubuntu downloads. Now the first video I told you that Ubuntu has Ubuntu desktops, Ubuntu servers, and core, which is IoT. Now for desktops, it's the one where we will be ending up, which is the one we will be using mostly. And I always recommend people to use what you call LTS version, which is the latest one, and LTS stands for long-term support. So we will be downloading this software, and also Ubuntu is running also what we call the server edition, and this one is mostly used in cloud, or it's used on premises on your own environment. Now for IoT devices, you can run Raspberry Pi, you can run Intel platform, Intel NAC, KVM, all those IoT devices also supported. Now Ubuntu has added what you call Ubuntu on cloud, so you can use it via AWS, Microsoft Azure, and Google Cloud Platform, as well as for your local development and testing. So it's super fantastic. So we go and click 20.0.4 LTS. So click that one and it will start automatically downloading. So the file is too big, it is 3.1 gigabit, so it will take time. So let us go, and I will show you another resources, which is VirtualBox. You can go and type virtualbox.org, then you come to the download. I have shown you in my channel how you can download and install VirtualBox in your PC. So, and I will be linking that video, which is terrible. So if you are running Windows, you click that Windows host. If you are running OS X, which is Mac, you can click that Linux distribution, Celarius. So I'm running Windows, I will click Windows, then it will start automatically. Now the other thing is you have to download what you call Oracle VirtualBox extensions. So also download. I have all of them in my PC, so I will not need to be downloaded those things. So click this one so that you download it, all supported platform. Now Ubuntu installation. Ubuntu, you can install in multiple ways in Ubuntu. One is direct install. Now the direct install is a kind of installing in your hard drive. You install the entire operating system in your hard drive, and I don't recommend this to anyone unless you have secondary computer. Now if you want to install directly in your PC, remember you should have a direct computer that you can go and use it. Otherwise you will be messing up the entire computer, and you will lose the entire files that you are keeping up. So, and I don't want people go and mess up their computers by not having what we call backups. So before you install it directly, remember, have backups. Backups is very important. Now save your files in somewhere else when you install it directly to your computer, Ubuntu, if you don't understand it well, you can come back still and use your operating system and you put your files back to where they were. Now, this direct installation, it's horrible. You have to use a flash, you have to write it, the image. So that's why I don't recommend people mostly. Now, the second thing is virtual machine. You can install those things in virtualized environment, such as hypervisors that are available to you for free usage. Now, the third one is the cloud, the one I show you that Ubuntu is now running in cloud, such as AWS, Microsoft Azure, and also Google Cloud Platform. So you can use it in cloud. Now, follow me and use the route I'm going to, and you will be successful. Now from there, let us go and talk about the direct install. The direct install, I show you, it is horrible. You have to have backups, and I don't recommend anyone unless you have some experience, and you will be writing to USB, and you will be using those software such as either USB mode or other types. So that's why I don't recommend people mostly. Now, let me talk about a little bit hypervisors. So this is VirtualBox. The VirtualBox that we'll be using is here. So this is type 2 hypervisor. Hypervisors are applications that can run on top of your operating system, which is VirtualBox, one of them. The beauty is you can run Windows OS, then you can run this application, then you can use it. Now, we can be installing Windows. This can be installed Windows, Linux, and Mac OS. Okay, try before you commit. Try to use it virtualized environment, understand it very well, run it, use it a while, then run it in your hardware. Now, in 2022, people are using what you call modern laptops that support virtualization. So the new hardware that support virtualization, and that's one thing about VirtualBox. You have to have a new hardware, because the newer the hardware you have, the more likely virtualization is supported. Now, if you are running some old computers or laptops that are Pentium or some kind of Intel processors that is not supported virtualization, then this video will be helpful to you to go and learn. So kindly use new hardware such as Core i3 and above, which is virtualization is enabled. Now, the next slide is the resources I'm using. I'm using what you call VirtualBox, and you can find it from this website. Also Ubuntu, you can find it from this website. So that's all about how virtualization and how we can use it, VirtualBox. So you install it. The installation is very simple. It's a bunch of next, then install. So right click and open. When you install it, you open up. Now here, when you open it in a brand new, here is empty. So me, I'm running Kali Linux, and also this one is Ubuntu. I'm running locally. So, and I was running before. That's why I start sharing with you this route. Now here is empty for you. Now this bar is where all your VM are. If you install Windows, it will be here. If you install Mac, it will be here. If you install Linux, it will be here. Now this bar is the general bar of your operating system. So it is where you can see the amount of memory you have given, the amount of processors you have given, how many displays are you using, all kind of those things. It will be displayed here, the network adapter here. So it's very simple. From up there, you have a new, you can create a new VM by clicking that new. You can go to the setting of a certain machine. Now this one I can click, then go to the setting, and I can reduce or add some more resources. Now you can start it from here by clicking start here, or you open that down arrow and you start normally. So it's very powerful tool, which is also free. Now let us go and create Ubuntu. Click over there. Now whenever you type here a machine name or an operating system such as Linux, now if we type LIN, VirtualBox is smart to detect. Now to tell you that you want to run Linux. Now we type here Ubuntu 20.04. So I kindly add the version. So here is a Linux operating system. If it's Windows, you choose Windows. If it's Linux, if it's Mac, if it's Solaris. So now I'm good at Linux. We go to Linux. Now here it's detecting Ubuntu. Now if I click here, then I can choose a lot here. There are so many. So here we have Linux, we have Arch, we have Debian, we have Fedora, we have Red Hat, we have OpenSUSE, we have a lot. So we'll be using Ubuntu 64-bit. We use that one and we click next. Now here is the memory part. How much memory are you going to give? Is it 1 GB, 1 gig of RAM? How much are you going to be giving out? So I will be giving out 2 gigabit. That's the resources I'm allocating to this VM. Then you click next. Now the hard disk part, this is very important. Now it will give you what you call options, which are 3. Do not add a virtual hard disk. Create a virtual hard disk now. Use an existing hard disk. So we want to create a brand new hard disk for this tutorial. So we choose the center one, then you go and click OK. Now it's confusing here, hard disk file type. Now it's VDI, virtual box disk image, VHD, virtual hard disk, and VMDK, which is virtual machine disk. These are being used by different technologies. Now, VirtualBox is mostly using VDI, which is the first one. Also, VMware is using VHD, which is a virtual hard disk. Now, this one is a fake hard drive that's created on top of your hard drive, which is what you call a containerized hard drive. So I'm not talking about the one of Docker container or Kubernetes, but this one is kind of like container, which is a fake one. You can run it. Now we choose that VDI and click next. Now storage on physical hard disk. Give attention here. It's dynamically allocated and fixed size. Now you can read those two options, and if I explain little bit, dynamically allocated is, now we give this operating system, this Ubuntu, resources such as we give it out something like 10 GB hard drive. Now if we just use the entire 10 GB, then as we grow, then the storage will grow automatically. Now that's what you call dynamically allocated, fixed size. You'll be giving out 10 GB, which is a fixed size. Now if that storage is being occupied and become full, you will have a rough time to add more storage. Now we will be choosing dynamically allocated and hit next. Now how much size do you want to give? I will be giving out 10 GB. If I mess up that one, it will be okay. I don't have worries. I have choose dynamically allocated and it will add automatically. Now I will click create, then it will be created for me. Now I will click this one and go to setting, or right click this one, go to setting. Now you can verify the one you like. In general tab, now we will not change anything here, but we'll go to advanced. Here is very important. Shared keyboard disable, drag and drop disable. Now what does that mean? If I show you something which is very rare, if I click this and take it to here, it's disabled. Of course it's drag and drop. Now if I copy this one here, it's disabled. Of course it's killable. I have copied to my killable, which is disabled. So from there we go to system, the motherboard, how much memory have we given? That's 2 gigabit. The processor will be given out to will not move behind here. Now if I go and move, it will give me an alert here. If I go to that alert, it will tell you more virtual CPUs are assigned to the virtual machine. Now the allocation is, it's very harsh to come back, or maybe you will have a rough time to work this VM. So we'll go to 2 gigabit, 2 CPU. Then we go to display. The display is 16. We go to 120 up to 128. The storage, it's empty here. So the storage, we use the empty part here. We click this one so that we insert our image that we downloaded. So we go to here and use the disk file. Now it will take us automatically to download this. Now if it will not take you, go to download this, then you will see this. Now Ubuntu, this is the file we downloaded. You click and open, it will be added. Now from there we go to network, and our network should be NATed. From there we are good. You click OK, then you power up the machine by right click and go into normal start, or you click here, or you double click. So verify the one you like. So this may take a while. Now you have to choose your language, which mine is English, and here it will give you 2 options: try Ubuntu or install Ubuntu. So we are using VirtualBox. We can install it and use it up. Click install Ubuntu. So keyboard layout, United, English, US, also that one. You click continue. Now update and other softwares. What happens when you would like to install? You start with. So I will go to normal installation. I don't need any other things. So click continue. Now it will tell you rest disk and install Ubuntu 1. Okay, this will delete all your programs, photos, images, all those things. Now this is fake hard drive we set up. Now we have a lot of resources in our hard drive, so we would like to use it 10 GB, which is free. It does not have any softwares or anything it's not installed anything actually. So we can erase it, and we will not be losing anything. We will not be losing anything at all. So we'll go and click install. It will prompt another issue. Will you like to go and install it to that hard drive. Yes, continue. And here it will tell you to choose your location. Mine is over here, Mogadishu. Continue. Now it will tell you to set up a name. So who is using? This is using by Geek. The VM name. Okay, Ubuntu version 20.04. Now, so remove the spaces. And password, I will be using a very simple password. I don't need to make any complicated. Now here we have two options. Log in automatically. Whenever I bow up this machine, if I use this option, it will log automatically. It will not ask me any password. Now this, if I use this one, it will require a password to log in, which is very nice for me. So if you want to use Active Directory or maybe to join this Ubuntu to Active Directory, you use that one. To me, I don't want to join to Active Directory for Windows Server issues. So click continue and the installation will start automatically. So it will copy all the files to your that fake hard drive, and this may take a while. I will come back when it's finished up. So the installation has already finished and it will prompt for us to restart the system. So our video is going to end up here. We will be restarting. We will be coming back to the next video and we will be fixing this kind of error whereby we having this small interface. So thank you very much for watching. So give it a love for us. Show some love. Hit the subscribe button, the bell, so that you'll be notified whenever we upload a video. So thank you very much.